You know, we have transformed our Fox studio into our very own mini preview for the event happening later on tonight. So it kicks off at 7 o'clock. Tickets are just $75, and it goes to a great cause. Say hello to Thomas from Prime Cut, and say hello to Allison. Now, Allison, you're going to explain to everyone at home what exactly JDRF is, and then how did you kind of put this whole thing together? This is the seventh year that you're actually doing this.
Yes. JDRF is the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. We're here in the Central Valley to raise money for a cure for type 1 diabetes, meaning those children that are insulin dependent, they need the insulin to live because their pancreases have died. So we had 450 kids diagnosed in the Central Valley. Our job is to provide support to those families when a child is diagnosed, to send a mentor family out there, and also to raise the much needed funds for research to create the cure. And we've come a long way. At one point, there were, I would say, when you look at the pump that the kids wear, they were huge. And now they're like this big. There's inhalable insulin. We're working on an artificial pancreas. And that's all because of the dollars that have been donated for the research for the cure.
Okay, so we're going to get into a way where you at home can actually help. So, Thomas from Prime Cut, explain to me what you're going to have there. Because I know that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to the food, considering this is going, you know, to be a fun night.
Yes, it will be. We'll have our Cajun mac and cheese, which
is this right here.
This right here. We actually took third place at the Mac and Cheese Festival. It was well received by a lot of people.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Looking to do better next year, but we have a 2-year-old aged cheddar. We got a homemade Dewey sausage, Louisiana crawfish, a nice egg touffee sauce. So it'd be nice and delightful on the palate. And we also have one Luigi's going to be at the event with a nice antipasto platter. So come down and check us out. It'll be a great event to support a great cause.
Nice. Okay, so how many different restaurants are we going to have there? And let's talk about these silent auction items, because I know that typically attracts a lot of people, and it's a great way for an incentive for people to actually go.
We're going to have over 14 restaurants, 25 plus wines, and 6 plus beers. Plus, we have a wonderful array of live and silent auction. You see the fire pit down there. So, and that was from one of our donors. And we have a house in Cabo for a week, a condo in Tahoe, a duck hunt, Palm Springs house for the weekend, plus shopping excursions at Tallulah's or H. Walker. All our restaurants are local eateries. We have some microbrews coming. And you said, how did this all come about? We have an annual walk in November during Diabetes Month, which is our family event. But my board members, who are all parents of type 1 diabetic children, wanted a grown-up event where they could
have one of those.
Yeah, gotta have one of those where they could, as we say, party with a purpose, but share with their friends and bring them in so they understand what they live with every day. I mean, usually I don't do this. I have a board member to do this, but my board members are like the best parents in the world. These are people who check their kids' blood sugars anywhere from 5 to 10 times a day. They're up in the middle of the night looking at their meters to make sure that their blood levels are consistent. So they have a lot on their plate, because you go from being a parent, which is already hard, to, you know, a chemist, a nurse, all of these things to keep your child healthy.
So in your opinion, being a part of the organization, what do you think it really takes to get the awareness out there, get people in the know about it, and get this to kind of stop increasing in Kern County?
One of the things that we do at the walk is something called TrialNet, where you can be tested if your child is a diabetic, their cousins can be tested. And that's for preventive measures to see if it's because it is organic, there's a gene, it is an autoimmune disease. That's one of the things that can be done. We do a school walk where we go around to the schools and tell the kids about type 1, type 2 diabetes. We do support groups. But more importantly, when you come to something like this, not only will you have a good time, you will meet these parents and they will tell you their story.
Okay. That is great. Thank you so much. Again, that event is happening tonight at 7 o'clock. It's taking place at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. You can get your tickets, only $75. What's the website they can get them, or they can get them at the door too, right?
They can get them at the door. They can call the office, 661-636-1305. They can go to J&M's, or they can go to Luigi's for tickets, or just come on down to the Bakersfield Museum of Art tonight, buy a ticket, and have a good time.
Yeah, plenty of options, so no excuses, everyone. All right, stick with us. We're going to do another preview on Fox 58 when we switch over. Right now, Aaron, back to you. News. We are doing a preview right now of the 7th Annual Wine and Beer Festival, or event that's happening later on tonight, and it's going down at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. We have our two lovely guests who've been with us all morning long. Say hello to Allison, who's going to explain what the event is and what JDRF actually is as well, and then Thomas from Prime Cut. And we're going to start with you because I know we have a bunch of food on the table. We've been kind of munching on it, or at least I have so far. So the event again happens today at 7 o'clock. You're going to be a part of it. What are you going to have from Prime Cut?
So we're going to do our classic Cajun mac and cheese with egg touffee sauce, homemade andouille sausage, Louisiana crawfish, 2-year-old aged cheddar, nice and spicy for you guys out there that like a little spice. So come down and enjoy.
All right, and we have a plate from Luigi's as well, who will also be at the event later on tonight. Allison, how many restaurants, how many people are going to be involved in this Beer and Wine Fest?
A ton of people. We have 14 local restaurants. We have 25 plus wines. Madorm is one of the wines we're serving, Golden Beer, Epic, Southern Wines. Oh, God. Just a ton of wine and a ton of beer. We've got Stella, and we also have Craft Tap House coming.
Yeah.
So we've got that going. We've got Gino's Gelato. We've got Sweet Surrender. We've got Freddy's. That's the sweet portion plus Dwarves. And then we've got the food portion, which is Prime Cut, J&M's, Luigi's, Chef Choice Noodle Bar, Central 18, Wiki's Dive Bar, Jerry's Pizza, Mexicali.
I feel like you have all of Kern County that's going to be in one little room. Okay, so we only have about a minute left. I want to get to why it's important for people to come to this event tonight. I know it's only $75 and it goes towards a great cause.
You can party with a purpose. You can eat and drink to your fill, but more importantly, you will be helping us raise much needed funds for a cure for type 1 diabetes to help our local kids here and in the Central Valley.
Now, go ahead.
So no more diabetes. Our new slogan at JDRF is type 1 to type none.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Okay. So you mentioned before, too, that a lot of the people that will be there, you can actually meet firsthand the parents who have kids with diabetes.
Yes.
And how important is that, too?
That is so important because you learn the difference between type 1 and type 2. You learn that type 1 is autoimmune, that the pancreas has died, and these kids need insulin to live. That these are parents that are up 24/7 checking blood sugars, administering insulin. Like I told you, normally I'm not the one who does it. It's usually a board member, but I've got moms that have been up all night with kids to keep their blood sugar down so they're healthy and to administer their insulin. So you learn how important it is to get a cure for this much needed disease. 450 kids diagnosed last year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay, so Kern County, you are a very giving community, so we hope that you'll give later on tonight. Again, it starts at 7 o'clock. It's at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. You can get your tickets on the website, or you can actually just show up to the event there and say hello to these two lovely people while you're at it, and enjoy yourself for the adult time tonight. Party with the purpose later on tonight. And don't forget about this silent auction that's going to be happening. We have a little gift right over there that you can take a look. It is a fire pit, but they have trips. They have a lot of stuff that's going to this amazing cause. Eyewitness News is going to be right back. Stick with us.